right, and the umpire's got the ball in the middle of the ground. Zach Norris is into ruck for Kyabram, number 11. He's up against Andy Brown, and the umpire tosses the ball aloft. Brown wins the tap out, goes down looking for Christopher. He's bundled out of the way there, and coming through Noel, it looked like a little bit of free kick, but they get the clearance. Kyabram out of the centre through Mattingly, their gun-on baller. Ball is just slightly attacking side of the centre for Kyabram. The free kick's been picked out to Mansfield. Brett Marnie playing at half-back this week has got it. He goes out to the wing looking for, that looks like Bartlett out there, playing in an unfamiliar role on the wing. Picks the ball up, handballs towards the 50. Mansfield player dragged off the ball. Plenty of Kyabram numbers there, and they get out of defence's 50 with a little kick to Aaron Hayes, who's marked at half-back. Hayes, short ball towards centre wing. Get bounced. Play on, says the umpire. Quick kick goes forward to the wing. Bartlett there for Mansfield, best place. Couldn't get the mark. And they flick the ball around. Kyabram, great tackle. That's got to be a throw. Looked like a free kick against Tom Holden there.
Playing advantage played, but...
And Mansfield keep the ball rolling. They're at centre half forward. Forcing the ball forward, Herridge. Out comes Howes, picks it up, tackled immediately by two Kyabram defenders, dragged to the ground, so we get a ball up at centre half forward from the Eagles. But a good start from Mansfield, not mucking around, playing on. Ruck contest, ball's tapped down to an Eagles player, he's set upon immediately, and that was Tom German, throws the ball back to the umpire. So centre half forward, Mansfield attacking to the Bonnie Doon end, or the netball court end of the ground here. Big pack of players around the third ball up, and the umpire's going to come in and do it all again. So tight start to the game. Neither ruckman touched the ball. It falls to Rose, who tumbles at 15 metres forward. Little kick off the ground. Big fella couldn't quite get a shot away at goal there, and Kyabram get it back out to defensive 50. And Mansfield have got it again there. No, Kyabram come through with it. They've got a player out on the wing. Little handball over the top. Will it sit? It does. He picks it up now and goes towards half forward. It's a one-on-one there. Howes against Mueller. And the ball is on the deck. Mueller's quick. He's got back onto a great tackle by Howes. No disposal. It's the umpire saying now that he's gone on with the tackle. And looks like a free kick and a shot at goal to Kai.
It's going to be one of those games again, isn't it, with the umpires?
Well, I don't know. I think that was Howes on Mueller. Looks... Haven't confirmed that. His Kyabram player's got the ball, number 20. That is Kyle Mueller. And he's gone back outside 50. Man on the mark is 30 metres out. Tightish sort of angle in the right forward pocket. Kyabram kicking to the Mount Buller end here. Pile of snow in the car park for the kids to play on. Left foot kick is on the way. It's across the face, is it? No, I think it's snuck through. The umpire is getting back to the middle of the goal square now. Says that's the first goal. And number 20, Kyle Mueller, kicks Kyabram's first goal of the game.
And that's the first goal for the game too. So Kyabram leading by 6 points. And we're 6 minutes into the first quarter here at Mansfield Rec Reserve.
So Mansfield not able to take advantage of their attacking entries there. And Kyabram been forward once and have kicked a goal. In AFL, it's 20 minutes into the first quarter. Carlton 15, St Kilda 8. Of course, the other game, which we're starting shortly, is the Brisbane Lions up against the Cats.
Go Cats.
Brown taps it down. And Kyabram get the clearance again through Mattingly, getting plenty of the ball early. Fires out a handball. And Cooper Vick goes towards half forward. Howes goes back, takes the mark, Jaden Howes. Got a player on short. German, centre half back. He goes to Christopher, dodging and weaving. Looking for an option outside, goes across to Lockie Williams. Flies, takes the mark. 50 metres from his defensive goal. Running past Howes. Another handball, forward handball. That's the way, keep the game going. They go towards half forward. Brown's down there. Lawton ducks out the back of the pack. The ball is on the deck. And Kyabram get a rush kick forward. Plenty of Eagles players there to chop it off. Marnie gets it, goes into the middle. Christopher marks on his chest. Right in the middle of the ground. He little dishes off a little handball to Marnie, who's continued to run. He's gone to half forward. It's wide towards Howes, and I reckon that might be out of bounds on the full. Accidentally, but doesn't matter. Free kick to Kyabram, right on defensive 50, left half back. They go short across to Lockie Smith. He looks into the goal square, got a player there, and hits him up. Long left foot kick out of full back. Brown should mark this for the Eagles. He goes back, got front on contact, no free kick. Brown's got it now. Handball off. Little kick inside from Herridge, I think it is, into a pocket, but it trickles over the boundary line 35 metres from goal. Young fella coming off from Kyabram there, looks like number... I thought it was 29, but I don't think it can be. Involved in that marking collision with Brown there, come off a bit worse for the wear. Umpire tosses it in. Kyabram get away with the clearance through Mattingly. He's knocked up getting possessions early. They go into the middle, and Taz Clingham, lovely little intercept. Kick all the way to the goal square. How's back there with Lawton. Off the fingertips and over for a behind. Rush behind to the Mansfield Eagles.
Okay, so Mansfield's on the scoreboard now. 1 point to Kyabram's 1 goal.
Quick kick in, it's marked by Sam Sheldon, returning to the side, number 15. And he looks for an option. Tries to get around Rose, does that. He's got a player on in support, but the handball has to go back to the boundary line. And then back to Sheldon from Mueller. They go backwards, Kyabram, dangerously, but they've got out now. And Tom Holman's got it for the Kyabram side. They've switched to the other side of the ground. Cooper Vic marks at half-back, member side. Good pressure by the Eagles. Vic goes back onto his left boot. Comes into the middle. Herridge chops it off the Eagles. Runs through centre half forward. Right foot drop punt is long, strong, and good. A goal. Well done to the Eagles.
So young Jimmy Herridge there with 1 goal to the Eagles. And score now Mansfield leading by 1 point.
Fantastic start there.
Mansfield 1-1 to Kyabram Bombers 1 goal even.
And the coach would be very happy with the pressure that they kept on the ball carrier there. That was one of his messages before the game. I forced an inboard kick on the left foot there from Vic, and it was chopped off by Herridge, and he ran through centre half forward and slotted the goal home.
And all his scores today brought to you by Henry III, and he's your local liquid waste specialist here in Mansfield and surrounding areas.
He is. Tony DeMarcy, what a great fella.
Yep.
Back in the middle of the ground. Brown gets the tap out that time, and Reekers gets a handball away, but it's going forward. Kyabram running into the attacking 50.
Oh, well done.
Great smother there by Lockie Williams. Shot on goal was nearly there. Number 45, little kick into the pocket. Mark taken. Nice little kick by Mangan there. And not sure who's taken the mark.
Number 44, I don't think.
44, you think? Okay, Billy McClay. And man on the mark is about 35 out from goal. Similar sort of angle to the previous shot the Kyabram Bombers had. In he comes now, crosses the 50. Drop punt is on the way, spinning beautifully. The goal umpire says that's an absolute beautiful kick.
Thank you very much.
And a lovely goal to Kyabram.
Okay, that's their 2nd goal now. Mansfield trailing by 5 points, so Kyabram 2 goals even. Mansfield 1-1-7.
And just trying to ascertain who the kicker was there. He's got the white boots on, so there'll be some chance of picking him up.
Yeah, it was 44.
It was 44. Yeah. Okay. Billy McClay.
Okay, well, Billy McClay it is.
Goal, 2nd goal of the day to the Kyabram Bombers. So the ball's back in the middle of the ground. In there for Mansfield, Guy Murray's been given a tagging role today on Mattingly. The ball comes out attacking side of centre for Kyabram. Quick kick goes into centre half forward. Lockie Williams getting back there, gets dumped. Took clean possession of the ball, no prior opportunity, so we'll get a ball up 40 metres out from the Kyabram goal.
It was Mueller that tackled him
Mueller. He's one of their gun forwards. Brown taps it out, and Mansfield defender smashed the ball to centre half back. Nearly a free kick to Reekers. Flying shot on goal from number 13 from Kyabram.
9, I think, wasn't it?
9, was it?
Yep.
Coolstock.
So
a point. A point on the board to Coolstock.
Okay.
Taz Clingham does the kicking duties for the Eagles. He goes long, and Guy Murray flies but couldn't complete the mark. Butters up on the deck, but he's got 2 players there from Kyabram tackling him. And we get a ball up about 60 metres out from the Kyabram goal. In front of the can bar there. G'day to Tim and the boys over there. Lovely attacking tap out from the Kyabram ruckman behind the pack. Kick goes inside, attacking 50. Howes there, does a good job, but he runs into his own teammate.
Oh.
The ball's bubbling around down there in the pocket. Kick off the ground, relieves the pressure momentarily. And a little left foot kick goes down the line from Josh Pell and is marked play on. There goes the Kyabram side, number 15. Lovely kick from Sam Sheldon into the pocket. But getting back there marking for the Eagles is Luke Walsh. Luke Walsh, got a player on up the middle, German. Nice pass, he plays on immediately to Marnie, providing the run from behind. Has a bounce, approaches the centre square. Around one player he goes onto the left boot. And House in good position in front, marks at centre half forward. He goes on straight away looking for Andy Brown, gets rid of his opponent. The ball's on the deck. Brown fires out a handball, but there's no one there. Sheldon mopping up. Kyabram share it around down back. Little kick from number 17, Whitford. And they get the ball going their way, Kyabram. It might turn over here, but running onto it, lovely pick up by Sheldon. Fires out another handball in the middle of the ground now, Kyabram. Pressure still coming from Mansfield, but they're running, overlapping. Kyabram go forward. Should have been a push out there, but nothing doing. And look at this lovely little handball inside the tacking 50, straight through the middle. Sam Sheldon has kicked the goal for Kyabram.
Okay, that's their third goal now. They're 3-1, Mansfield 1-1. Scoreboard to you by Henry III.
And Henry is serving the Mansfield and surrounds.
He does, yes.
And if you need him, you can give him a call, Paul.
Yes, 0418 515 596.
And
he may not talk to you today because he's busy on.
He's probably got official duties to do today, but
you can leave a message.
You can leave him a message.
He's got a very lovely voice message, I understand.
I'm sure he'd be happy to.
It's got all these funny noises afterwards, though. It's very strange. Yeah. Anyway,
one of the great Collingwood supporters back in the ground. Lawton flies, but he's outpointed in the ruck, and Marks takes the ball for Mansfield, just defensive side of the centre, but is getting tackled to the ground, so the umpire will ball it up. Zach Norris in the ruck. And well done. A little kick from German is smothered by Kyabram there. Nice tap out from Lawton. But German had too many players in front of him there. Couldn't get the kick away. So they'll do it all again. Lawton again. Leaps high. Ball's on the deck. Christopher fires out a handball. Player dragged down as he kicked it was Marks. Ball spills to centre wing. Great tackle there by Mansfield. They're still going forward, the Eagles. Looks like Bartlett, but is indiscriminate kick and has been marked at half back. Kyabram look to change direction here. Ball comes out to the press box side, and doing a great job there fighting on for the Eagles was Dan Allen. And I reckon he's that's a win. He's forced the ball up at attacking 50. Great work, Dan Allen. And in the ruck, Brown straight down the German. Quick kick forward. Ball pitches 25 metres out from goal. Foster overruns it. Handball comes out. And Kyabram player drags it in there and is tackled. What will the umpire say? I think he's going to ball it up. 25 metres from the Mansfield goal. They're attacking to the Bonnydoon end of the ground. Up it goes. Kyabram get the clearance. Quick kick comes out here to Cooper Vick. Marks at half back. In a flash, they're off Kyabram. And in the middle of the ground, they share the ball around. And it's going to they keep just rolling through there. Free kick has been paid against Dan Allen, and it's going to go.
He might have been Lawton, actually. He sort of charged in and...
to Weird, and Patrick Weirden has got the free kick. Just in the middle of the ground, little left foot pokes a little pass forward. Number 44.
It's Billy McClay.
Billy McClay's been in everything early. He goes to centre half forward. Mansfield players spoil each other, and they leave the ball for Kyabram to swoop through and pick it up.
Josh Dillon.
And Josh Dillon just said, I can't believe my luck here. I'm going to slot a goal, and he has.
Thank you very much. Okay, score now, Mansfield trailing by 18 points. You've got Kyabram now 4-1-25 and the Eagles 1-1-7.
Bit of a comedy of errors there at centre half back from the Eagles, unfortunately. They were in position there to win that contest, but wasn't to be. And Josh Dillon pounced and slotted the goal from directly in front. Back in the middle of the ground, the umpire counting the midfielders to make sure there's the right number in the centre square. Now he tosses the ball aloft. Brown doing a good job in the ruck, getting plenty of ruck tap outs, but not showing any ascendancy on the board. Great tackle. Oh, look at that lovely handball out wide. And they go right to centre half forward, the Kyabram side. Lockie has got the ball out there for Mansfield, and he's dribbled across the ground.
Out to touch, I think that was.
Lockie Williams. Wasn't a great kick. He was kicking while going backwards there, and it's out of bounds in the right forward pocket for the Kyabram side. 4 goals to 1. The Eagles need to get a bit of scoreboard going their way, and the ruckman just bail out of it. Williams runs onto it and is tackled immediately. German gets a little kick out of there. But Kyabram seem to have numbers everywhere around the contest. They go backwards to centre half, forward. Left foot kick is a little bit to the left and behind on the board.
That was Lockie Smith, I think, kicked that one.
Righto. Nice.
Okay, score now 4-2, 26 to Mansfield 117. So it's 19 points the difference there, and we're at the 19-minute mark of the first quarter.
Taz Klingham brings the ball back in from full back. Finds Bartlett at half-back. He goes down the wing, looking for Howes a long way from goal. He comes up in front of his defensive opponent there, but the ball's knocked over the boundary line for a throw-in. Centre wing position, members side of the ground. Geelong have kicked the first goal against the Brisbane Lions. Up there at the Gabba. Brown gets the front position here, gets the tap out, but it's sharked by Kyabram, and the kick from Josh Dillon goes forward. No one can get the mark down there at half forward, and Taz Klingham mops up again for the Eagles, but his kick has gone straight back to Josh Dillon. Did he mark it or fumble it over the boundary line?
It was touched.
So a boundary throw in right in front of the Mansfield medical staff there. Chris Jacobs and his team looking on in the sunshine, enjoying the beautiful day here.
It is magnificent, isn't it?
It is a lovely day. No breeze. Great tap out there by Zach Norris in the ruck. Smashes it forward, but Marnie comes up for Mansfield, grabs it at half-back, drives the boot into it, gets it towards half-forward, and Herridge there, buttering up again, gets a little kick towards attacking 50. Kyabram player just does the don't argue, then gives off a handball.
Recover with the handballs. They handball it and it goes straight to a player.
Brad Whitford for Kyabram there was penalised for a drop of the ball. They force the ball into attacking 50, the Eagles. Not very clean entry, this one, but Kyabram back there in numbers. Mopping up there, Vic goes across to his teammate. Little kick goes around to the back pocket, and a nice mark. And play on down the line. Centre wing member side, here he is again. He's doing very well, Billy McClay. He's got a player on the wing. So mark taken from Kyabram. Left foot kick goes inside attacking 50. They out come the forwards. Hard leading. Mansfield players go to ground. No one's been able to get the ball over the boundary line yet. They force the ball to 50, the Eagles defenders. Marnie picks it up one-handed. Little kick down the line. What's the umpire saying here?
On a whistle.
A couple of whistles going. Looks like a free kick to Mansfield.
Money, yeah. Is that money?
No, I'm not sure. Little kick comes to Herridge. No, it's to German, the free kick.
Yep.
Herridge squares the ball to centre half back. Marks has got it. And lovely little kick to centre of the ground. Taz Klingham is marked at number 10. Kyabram players get out of the protected area. Klingham's got the ball now. He goes to half forward up on the lead there. Gardner not able to take the mark. Kyabram in the van here. Big fella comes up, gives the handball off straight away. Number 26, little lovely kick into the middle from Pell is marked by Coolstock plays on. Got runners everywhere. 1-2. Coolstock at centre half forward. Kick goes to the leading target, and Mueller, it'll be very quick off the mark.
He's not a big fellow, is he?
No.
But he's sharp and he's in everything.
Yes, he's a very elusive player.
Yeah. A bit like our Herridge, I think. He's in everything, you know. Ball comes near him, he's onto it.
And man on the mark. About 35 out directly in front. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for Kyle Mueller. And comes in, socks down. Left foot kick is on the way. And the goal umpire goes across to his right. Kyabram players are celebrating, so I think it is a goal, and up go the two fingers. Second goal on the board to Kyle Mueller.
And that's his score now, Kyabram 5-2-32, leading Mansfield 1-1-7. Scoreboard to you by Henry III, and we're at the 22-minute mark of the first quarter here at the Mansfield Recreation Reserve.
Now, if you're out and about in Mansfield and you can see something silver floating over the top of the footy ground, don't think it's a UFO. It's not a UFO. One of Sue Doling's silver 500 circles has departed the netball court and is currently heading towards Mount Buller.
Right, you'll probably get attacked by an eagle. Little spotted eagle, what the hell is this? It'll jump all over it. Oh dear. Let's hope those thermals hold up so I can stay in the air.
Back in the middle of the ground. And Zach Norris up against Andy Brown. He gets his own clearance there, Norris. Handball out goes to Patrick Weirden. They go to centre half forward. No one can take a mark. The ball spills out wide. Breakers will get there first for the Eagles. Picks it up. Under pressure goes back towards Marnie, who goes around a player. Handball inside. Chopped off by Kyabram. They've got players running everywhere. Look at that lovely little handball inside, attacking 50.
He likes it.
And he likes it. Great kick. And that's the little rover. Is that no, it's not. It's not. It's Josh Dillon. And that's his second goal.
That's his second, yep.
So they're cutting Mansfield up there, those small Kyabram forwards.
Follows, yep.
Doing a terrific job.
And thank you, Keith. He's given us he's rung through a score, and he's Mansfield 30 and Kyabram 43 for the B grade final score there. However,
bad luck didn't get the win, Sue, but a great effort to play 500 games for the one club. Terrific performance. Rucked up out goes to Andy Brown. A whistle is...
He was being held. 21.
Yeah, free kick here to Dan Allen for Mansfield. He comes out towards the wing on the press box side. Tyler Chisholm comes up and marks in front of his face. Got a player running past him. Bartlett, little kid hits the target. He goes to full forward. A Mansfield player coming out on a lead. And I think it might be Jacob Howes, is it?
Yeah, looks
as
like
marked. Probably 30 metres out. It's a tightish sort of angle, 45 degrees plus. It's in the right forward pocket. And ball hopefully will sail into the car park on a straight line. In he comes now. Right foot drop punt is on the way. It's coming back, but it's a little right. And the umpire says one behind. How's he? One behind on the board there to Jacob Howes.
Oh, Mansfield now 30 points behind. Mansfield 1-2. 8 points to the Kyabram Bombers 6-2-38.
And Kyabram bring the ball in short from full back. Now they go long to the members' side of the ground. Mark taken out there by number 18, was it?
16, Lockie Smith.
Lockie Smith. He goes past centre wing, coming up, and there he is again. Dillon, all over them. His kick goes into the middle.
Yep, Dillon.
And look at that. Nice kick to fall forward. Out the back there, Bartlett. Got a player on helping. But kick is smothered off the boot and out of bounds in the left forward pocket for Kyabram. So they just transfer the ball to the opposite half-back flank, then Kyabram, and just burst down that side of the ground. Very attacking style of footy, very predictable. Obviously they've been successful over a long period of time. They know what they're on about. Boundary throw-in's a short one. Brown gets a tap out, goes looking for Howes. That might be Guy Murray, is it? And the umpire's going to ping him for no disposal here. It's a tough call, or is it might be Reekers, is it, in fact. And free kick going the way of Kyabram, and Brad Mangan, the big fella, has got it in the right forward pocket. Man on the mark is 25, 30 metres out from goal. It's a tough kick. He's coming in front of the Memorial Gates. Left footer, so it's not the right side for him, no. It's a right foot drop punt, and I tell you what, that is a great kick.
He's threaded it.
Threaded it through for a goal, so Brad Mangan getting on the board for Kyabram.
Kyabram 7th now. Kyabram 7-2-44, leading Mansfield 1-2-8.
So they've put the foot down, Kyabram, after a pretty even start, and powering away here in the first quarter, showing everybody why they are a powerhouse and have been a powerhouse in GV footy for the last 4 years. And back in the middle of the ground, the umpire's got the ball, throws it aloft. Brown taps it out. Reekers onto it this time. Left foot kick out of the middle. Kyabram defender leads up, gets the ball, fires out a handball. They've got plenty of runners. And Brad Whitford involved there. Goes towards centre wing. Leading player comes up and marks diving forward. Hayes, number 12. Got the blue boots on. He looks into the middle. And, just taking the mark. Kyabram player marks on the edge of the centre square. Good pressure there.
Lockie Smith.
Rocky Smith goes back to the wing. And they drive the ball forward to Kyabram. All the way to 40 metres out. Brown misses the mark he should have taken. Handball comes forward to Herridge. Herridge goes long looking for Lawton. He takes the mark inside the centre square, tries to get a 50, plays on the German. He put him under the pump. German goes back to Lawton. Lawton on the left goes forward looking for Howes. He's got 3 to beat. Gets the ball on the deck, a good effort. But Kyabram swoop on it, and they've got plenty of players back there in support. They work the ball around to Mueller. And then back into the middle of the ground. Bartlett has to punch from behind. He does that. Marnie onto the loose ball. He'll be looking for a target inside 50. The kick is wide, but it's going to find an eagle. And nice mark there by JJ Curtin. And he goes.
Yep.
He goes into full forward. And a mark taken by Foster, I reckon it might be. Tucks the ball under his arm. He's only 20 metres out directly in front. So good to see the young fella there, JJ Curtin, number 8, on his back. Getting a mark, leading out, then spotting up a target inside, attacking 50 for the Eagles. Foster on approach. It'll be a left foot drop punt. It's on the way. He's pushed it a little. And it's just one behind. Disappointing.
There it is.
Disappointing result there for the Eagles.
They score now 35 points, trailing Kyabram. Kyabram 7-2-44, Mansfield 1-3-9.
And while we wait for the ball to come into play, a quick AFL score: Geelong 12, Brisbane 7, Carlton 16, St Kilda 28. Ball comes into half back, and now they transfer the ball into the middle. Zach Norris is marked and plays on immediately. Long kick, left foot kick goes forward there from Tom Sheldon. Ball on the deck at centre half forward for Kyabram. Lovely one-handed pick up there, number 51. Sorry, 31.
You right?
Yeah, I got it. Cade Mueller.
Cade Mueller. Another Mueller.
Another Mueller. And it's just a point away to the right.
Hey.
Marnie brings the ball back. Goes into the pocket. Howes. Jaden Howes is marked. He's looking for a switch. It's a short kick into the middle. Herridge dives, can't complete the mark. He goes back to Howes. And now fires a handball over the top. Bounces in front of Marks, but he's good enough to pick it up. Go on to his left boot. Goes looking for Rose. Ball pitches and goes over the boundary line 60 metres from the Kyabram goal. So it looks like Marks is playing at half back with Marnie, trying to get a bit of drive out of there, the Eagles. There goes the siren for quarter time. Ball.
Okie doke.
And the score is
7-3-45 Kyabram to Mansfield 1-3-9.
Beautiful day here, no excuses, and ripping a quarter of footy there by the Kyabram Bombers. And,
yes, well, we'll see what happens this quarter, eh?
Mansfield now kicking to the Buller end. Rose onto the loose ball after the ruck stop out, tap out. He goes to German, gets a quick kick away. He's looking for Chisholm, running onto the ball and getting it out.
Oh, yes.
Oh, nice little kick at goal by Tyler Chisholm, was it?
It looked a lot like him.
Yes, Tyler Chisholm, great kick and
great start.
Great start from the Eagles, and a terrific handball from Tom Gardner there. Goal to the Eagles.
Okay, he sees now Mansfield 2-3-15 trailing the Essendon Bombers.
Essendon Bombers.
We're playing. Yeah, there's Essendon really. They're in disguise.
Well,
yeah, Kyabram Bombers 7-3-45.
And back in the middle of the ground, cheerio to Margie Marks, if you're listening. Patrick reckons you're a good chance to win the $10,000 tomorrow, so hope it falls your way. Brown with the tap out. Gets the ball on the deck. No one able to get a clearance there. Guy Murray forces his way through. Players swarming all over it. Brown head down, trying to get the ball out of the middle. The umpire's got no other option but run in and ball it up. Still in the dead middle of the ground. Up it goes. And very strong that Kyabram ruckman forces the ball to the deck. They're running onto it, getting a little handball forward, Kyabram. Kick goes out towards the half-forward flank. And they flick it around by hand. Look at the way they use the ball in tight. Umpire says play on, and Klingham finally gets a kick for the Eagles. He goes towards centre half forward, but there's no one at home. And, well, mopping up the number 16, but Chisholm gets back there, intercepts the handball.
He hasn't got it.
And he goes to JJ Curtin. His quick kick goes into the pocket. The umpire's going to pay a kick down the field, I think.
He should have paid a kick to Chisholm anyway for holding the man. Holding
the man, OK. I was watching the play go forward, and it is a free kick to the Eagles, and Howes has got it. 25 metres out, not much angle to speak of, so it could be a fantastic start here to Mansfield with a goal hopefully coming up to Jacob Howes. In he comes now. Kick is on the way.
Looks good.
The crowd like it. It's another goal to the Mansfield Eagles.
Okay, Mansfield now 3-3-21 to Kyabram Bombers 7-3-45. Right.
I can understand that, Paul. I mean, they are wearing the classic Essendon strip here, Kyabram, with the red sash.
It looks good, doesn't it?
It looks fantastic.
I don't like the Bombers, like the Essendon Bombers.
No.
They sort of,
no,
there's nothing on the back.
This is very traditional with the sash going around both sides of the Guernsey. And the white,
so it should.
The white numbers with the white shorts. So I can understand why you'd be calling them the Bombers. Brown gets the tap out. German onto the loose ball. Little quick kick forward, but it's going to be chopped off by Tom Sheldon, who marks at half-back. He looks to play on immediately as their way. Left foot, look at that. A long kick. All the way to half-forward. Mansfield player nudged out of it. And they've got runners everywhere, Kyabram. Kick goes into the pocket. And guess who? Kyle Mueller has marked 30 metres out. He's almost on the boundary line, so it's a tough shot at goal. He's in the left pocket. And he is really playing some sort of a game, this fella.
It's his brother too, Cade, obviously playing as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of family names in Kyabram side, aren't there? The Sheldons. Kick is on the way. Left foot
to the
kick.
right.
And there we got it there from the
Keith. Well done.
The special comments man, and it's a point.
Have a quarter time score in the netball.
Yes,
Mansfield 8 and Kyabram 11.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
Quick kick in from full-back is wide towards the boundary line. Players fly, but it's knocked over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. But 70 metres from the Kyabram goal. Almost at their coaching box. In it comes now. In the ruck, Brown gets the tap out by Kyabram. Shark it and go inside attacking 50. Mueller leads out in front of Howes, but he can't mark this one. And it trickles over the boundary line for a throw-in, boundary throw-in. So a little flat patch in the game. Boundary umpire tosses the ball in. And the umpire's whistle has blown, but I'm not sure whether he wants him to toss it back in again. I think maybe it's not giving the ruckman a fair chance to get to the ball there. Doing the ruck duties for Kyabram is Billy McClay. They get the ball towards the boundary line. A player's been tackled without it, and it's a Mansfield free kick back there. Might be Lockie Christopher. A bit hard to see through the 3 panes of glass here. And yeah, it looks like Christopher's kicking style. He goes up the middle to Brown, who's marked at centre half back. The big fella's got a player on in the middle. Guy Murray, lovely little kick. He's marked in the middle of the ground. All players streaming past now. Guy Murray goes long to the half-forward flank. Brian Bartlett there, and he's been blocked out of the marking contest. He's going to get a free kick at half-forward. Man on the mark will be on the 50, and he gets back quickly. Marks runs past, looking for a little kick, and he's gone in that direction, and he's taken the mark at 40, Patrick Marks. Tight angle. And he'll be kicking from the left forward pocket. Picks up the grass there, does the Matty Lloyd, a little toss in the air to determine that there is no wind. And he crosses the 50 now. Kick is on the way. He's hit it nicely. And he's very happy with it, so that's 3 in a row to the Mansfield Eagles.
Under Paddy.
Great kick at goal there from Patrick Marks.
So Mansfield now 4-3-27 trailing Kyabram Bombers 7-4-46. That's 19 points. They've come back beautifully here at the start of this second quarter.
They have indeed, Paul, and it's great to see the response from the Eagles. And the Blues have kicked back to They've kicked a couple of quick ones to be just trailing St Kilda by 5 points, 40-35, and the Cats are still half a goal in front of Brisbane. Kick out of the middle of the ground by German is marked at centre half, back by Kyabram. Player on in the middle, runs into space, ball tracks out towards the wing in front of us here at the press box. Bartlett tracks him down and applies a good tackle. And what's the... oh dear, oh dear.
Held it to him, he said.
Yes. No prior opportunity there, Mattingly, but a little lucky. Brown comes up, fires the ruck tap out towards German. Guy Murray comes through, wins the clearance, goes towards centre half forward. Mansfield players spoil each other again back there in the forward line. And lovely relieving kick, should have been marked there by number 55. Jimmy Herridge applied a bump to him, but he might have got him a bit high.
Yep. Umpire
says it's a free kick to Patrick Weirden. And Weirden's got it at centre half back for Kyabram.
Kick it.
And his left foot kick comes out wide. Brad Whitford is marked. Another short kick on into the middle. Kyabram player comes up, marks on his chest, got a player out wide in Aaron Hayes. In the blue boots, he goes inside attacking 50. And a big fly there for Mueller, but he didn't bring it down. And Mansfield forced it over the boundary line for a ball throw in. And we're about 40 metres around from the Kyabram goal in the right forward pocket. And they're attacking to the netball court here, netball court end. That's a lovely throw in that time. Brown just pushed out of it by his Kyabram opponent. Herridge onto the loose ball. Goes back looking for Howes, buttering up again the Eagles. They've got players out wide, but they're under pressure all the way. Kick out of there, goes towards the Kyabram coach's box. It's a bit of a spiral. What will the umpire say here? Throw it in. And a lot of whistling going on out there, a lot of directions from the umpire, waiting for the boundary umpire to get round there. And she's there now. And two field umpires have gone over to the boundary umpire. And they're having a bit of a meeting here. I'll have to have a look at the replay on the big screen. What are they saying here? I don't think anyone knows whether it went over on the full or not. And finally they decide that the obvious thing to do is to throw it in, which I'm sure they could have worked it out a couple of minutes ago. But
ages ago, yes.
Yeah, anyway, in it comes now. That's a good throw in. And again, Brown manhandled in the ruck, and the umpire saw it on that occasion. And Andy Brand will get the free kick. He's at half back for the Eagles. He looks into the middle. Herridge marks. He goes on straight away. Goes looking for Bartlett. Kyabram player spoils nicely there.
He didn't have it.
A bit of tunnel ball being played there. And working hard, the Eagles trying to lock it in. Marnie applying a good tackle. So ball up centre wing on the press box side of the ground here. Beautiful sunny day in Mansfield. Eagles on a bit of a roll. Been nice to get another goal. And German applies a tackle on his Kyabram opponent there. Drags him down. So we'll ball it up again. In the ruck, it looks like Holman and Brown. No. Brown gets the tap out, goes to German. He's tackled, fires it out to Gardner. Gardner's quick kick goes to half forward. Plenty of players go for the ball. No one can bring it down. German onto it again. It's tackled, handballs it out. Another little quick kick goes forward. Kyabram player spills it. It's at centre half forward for the Eagles, but Kyabram get across in numbers. They force the ball towards the boundary line. And picking it up there is Brad Whitford. He goes inside. Nice mark. Edwards plays on straight away. Transfers the ball across to the other side of the ground. And Kyabram defender runs onto the loose ball. He has to come backwards. And he does, all the way back to the back pocket. Josh Vick's marked. He looks across and transfers it back to the side of the ground. So it's good defensive work from the Eagles. Sheldon's got it now in the back pocket. Tom Sheldon. So they've really slowed their ball movement down this quarter, Mansfield. They'll be happy with that. Up they go. Nice fly, number 16. Smithy Smith plays on, goes up the middle of the ground. Sheldon comes up, drops the mark. Good pressure from Marks, who's got him in a tackle. What will the umpire say here? Free kick going Paddy Marks' way. He's about 80 metres out from goal. He's got a player on short. Goes there to Chisholm. Chisholm looked to play on, but the umpire says it's okay. Go back off the mark. So Chisholm goes into the pocket. It's a beautiful kick. Hits Howes on the chest, but he couldn't complete the mark. and he's bundled over the boundary line for a throw-in. 25, 30 metres around from the goal in the right forward pocket.
You got Sheldon at number five. I got him at 29.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
You've got 29.
Well, is that another Sheldon, is it? I've got nothing in my book.
That's Jack. I've got Jack Sheldon here at 29.
Yeah, no.
I think I might have changed that.
Well, I'm not sure. We'll have to see at half-time. There's definitely a 29 out there.
Yep.
I've got nothing in the book here.
All right.
There's a 5 definitely out there too. But
yeah, saw that.
Yeah. Kick comes in from Kyabram. They go to centre wing. Lockie Williams up high for the Eagles, but the ball gets to the back of the pack. Kyabram arrive in numbers, but not much chance of getting the ball out of that scrimmage. And we get a ball up centre wing, members side of the ground. Brown gets the tap out. No one can get a clearance at this stage. Big fella, Norris, try to get out of there. They force the ball forward, Kyabram, and away they go, off to the races. Little kick along the ground in towards half forward. Standing up there, Howes against Mueller. Howes gets a handball out to Williams. Williams tackled immediately front on. The umpire says it was high, and that's a free kick against Tom Sheldon. He looks to the wing, Williams. Kick's got too much carry on it. It's over the back towards the boundary line. And the umpire says throw it in, centre wing, members side. So holding up well in this quarter, the Eagles.
Score now 7-4-46 to 4-3-27. That's Mansfield. So only 19 points behind, so that's not too bad.
And all these scores are brought to you by Tony Damasi. And Brown gets a handball on that occasion out to Dan Allen. His kick is along the line towards the centre wing, and it's gone out of bounds. So another throw in. Right. On centre wing. Just slightly the Eagles attacking side of centre wing. And back it comes spinning into play now. Brown again gets a tap out. Norris gets the clearance, handballs it off quickly. They run out wide the Kyabram side, and good tackling from the Eagles. They've got another free kick. Looks like Lockie Christopher, or is it Marnie out there?
That's Marnie.
Marnie's got it. Centre wing. Looked to play on, shaped the play on, but didn't. So he's back off the mark now. Defensive side of the centre wing. Nice drop punt, goes to half forward. Foster there for Mansfield. Gets onto the loose ball. Quick kick inside attacking 50. Out comes Howes. Plenty of Kyabram defenders back there. They share it around. Oh, it's a dangerous kick, Bartlett. He nearly intercepted it. And they've got the ball to the centre wing, Kyabram. Walsh there, fighting hard for the Eagles. The ball doesn't go out. Yes, it does trickle over the boundary line in front of Clingham. Right there with Brad Mangan. And we'll get a boundary throw in directly in front of us here. Boundary umpire just walks in a few metres in front of the super box. And a lot of players around the contest. Tosses the ball in. Brown in front spot. And Kyabram got players at the back of the contest, and that's where it goes. Mattingly. And he runs inside attacking 50. The gun midfielder goes short, looking for Mueller into the left pocket. And Howes there providing the pressure. And I think they're going to get a goal out of it.
Yeah.
And they have.
That's.
And,
he was actually hanging on the post
a little
at one stage.
A little bit lucky there. Yeah, he was touching the post when he kicked the ball. I'm not sure what the ruling is there, but it's the man in the blue boots who's slotted it through for a goal from point-blank range in the end.
So the score's now 8-4 Kyabram to 4-3 Mansfield. And we'll bring you that player's name in 2 seconds when he turns around.
He's just jogging back to the wing here, right in front of us now.
12.
And it is indeed Aaron Hayes who's kicked that goal for Kyabram.
Okay.
So 3-1 here in the second quarter. Sheldon fires out a handball to the big fella, the ruckman Norris. He goes to full forward. Nearly a mark there taken by Howes. He butters up again. The ball's on the deck. Mueller on top of it. That's the umpire saying it's a draw. I'll ball it up. Just right of centre. 30 metres out from goal. Brown was pushed off it again in the ruck. and no free kick. Walsh there, hands and knees for the Eagles. They just battling hard down there defensively. Marks has got it now. Dodging and weaving. Comes out to German. German's kick is touched. Lawton doesn't take the mark. The ball's on the deck now. Look at that lovely handball. They go backwards and backwards again, Kyabram. And Norris involved. Now it comes back to Lockie Smith. His kick goes to centre-half forward. Brown there for Mansfield. Does a good job mopping up. Handball comes back in looking for Lockie Williams. He goes backwards. They're under pressure the whole time here, Mansfield, but the kick is marked by Guy Murray. Scott Herridge on by himself in the middle. He goes to German running through the centre square. He goes long looking for Lawton. He's got 2 to beat. The ball goes over the back. A kick off the ground there by Sam Sheldon, pitches inside the boundary line and trickles out of bounds 50 metres from the Eagles' goal, right half forward. And it looked like they were going to get a goal there, Paul.
I know. I thought Lawton might have...
yeah.
They bundled him out. There's about 3 of them on.
They did.
Yeah. Same thing happens every game with Paul Lawton. He just gets swamped every time. Goes near the ball.
So... they've picked one ruck infringement out to Andy Brown, but his ruck opponents are just pushing him under the ball at every opportunity. So obviously worried about his strength. Another stoppage at half forward for the Eagles. Kyabram forced it towards the boundary side. And it trickles over the boundary line right in front of the interchange bench there. And we'll get a throw in.
Have you seen the blimp?
No,
it's gone.
I don't know where that's gone.
It didn't land anywhere, did it?
Someone will go out into their backyard and find a silver circle. Think what's going on here in Mansfield. Brown that time directs the ball attacking side of the contest. Eagles players run onto it. Sheldon, Pell was it?
Yep.
Fired out a handball. And Mansfield have got it there, but they're under the pressure.
That was
on German high, no free kick. Little kick goes forward into the pocket. And it's over the boundary line as well for a throw in. But it's 20 metres around from the right point post, right forward pocket. So right in front of the basketball stadium there. And the ruckmen get ready to do battle again. It'll be Howes this time as in the forward half, trying to get the ball out to an Eagles attacking position. There's lots of players around the contest. Kyabram just trying to force the ball forward, sort of rugby style. And they have got it to centre half back. The umpire says, I'll have to ball it up. And there'll be some 20 players around the contest. Brown directs it down, picked up there by Sam Sheldon. He's tackled immediately. And we'll get another stoppage. 'Brown again. This time it's a fair contest. The ball's hit the deck. Mansfield player comes flying through, not able to get the ball. Dan Allen working hard in there for Mansfield, but he couldn't get a position. And we're going to ball it up again. Just forced the ball slightly forward, the Eagles, on that occasion. 30 metres out from goal. Kyabram get the ruck tap out, and here they come away from the clearance finally. A lot of players left in the wake there, and it's a lovely kick inside 50, and Mueller marks 70 metres from goal, goes onto his trusty left boot. Got players running everywhere forward, Kyabram, and a mark taken by Vic.
Cooper Vic, yep.
Cooper Vic, number 21.
There's Josh Vic as well. So
yes, he's taken the mark. And he's probably only 25 out. 45-degree angle. He's gone all the way back to the 50. So just taking his time here. Got the orange boots on. And kick on the way. Keith is getting ready to give us some information. I can sense it.
Yes.
Through the middle.
Straight through the middle, he says.
Straight through the high middle.
And it's a goal to Cooper Vic.
Cooper Vic, and it's the 9th goal for the Kyabram Bombers. Kyabram 9-4-58, leading Mansfield 4-3-27. That score brought to you by Henry III. And as Henry says, you dump it, we'll pump it.
We'll pump it.
Yes.
And we've just steadied here the Kyabram Bombers after 3 quick goals to Mansfield. So back, got the game back on their terms, and boy, once they got out of that stoppage, they just blistered the ball from one end of the ground to the other. And a pretty solid finish there by Cooper Vick, who is playing his first game back after injury. So they've got Sam Sheldon, Cooper Vick and Nick Colstock all back.
Just in this lull, fellas, it's 18 all at half time.
Oh, well done, girls. Fantastic result. Keep at it. Umpire gets ready to do the business again. Norris in the middle, Brown over the top, directs the ball down, and trying to get out of there, Patrick Weirden, but nothing doing. And ball up right in the middle of the ground. Looks like Brown's got a bit of a whack across the chops there. He's rubbing his head, and now he's got a boot in the legs. But the kick goes Mansfield way from the clearance from Reekers, but Kyabram defenders get back there at half-back, share the ball around, and they work their way into the clear. Kick goes long towards the wing. Marnie's standing under it for Mansfield, and he takes the mark. And the man on the mark's over the mark by about 5 metres, but the umpire says, oh, that's all right, no problem. Howes gets it. He goes across looking for quick in the line to centre to the wing, but mark taken by Kyabram. Oh, that might have Lockie Williams out there with that kick. Kyabram play on from half-back. They go towards centre-half forward. Nicely placed there, and flying from the front was Walsh. But a free kick is paid to Howes for a push in the marking contest. He looks into the middle of the ground. Taz Klingham takes the ball on his chest. Defensive side of the centre circle. He goes to the running Tom German, who's marked centre wing. Press box side of the ground. He's calling for players to come towards him. Marnie ushers them back, then runs in, takes the ball himself. Now he goes long into the pocket. There's a one-on-one down there. It might go all the way through for
8 points.
Behind.
Oh dear.
He was trying to get the ball to Lawton there, Brett Marnie, but it carried the pack and through for a point.
Okay, score now 4-4, 28 Mansfield to 9-4, 58 Kyabram.
Mattingly gets involved from the kick in. They go all the way to centre wing in a flash again. Kyabram looking into the middle of the ground. Brad Whitford marks the ball. Point of the centre square. Defensive point of the centre square. His kick is short to Jack Sheldon. Sheldon looks to switch it again. It's a dangerous kick, but number 16 has marked Lockie Smith.
Made him earn it. And
Howes certainly made him earn it. He goes into the middle. Just playing keepings off here, Kyabram. Now they're at centre-half back and on the run. They go long all the way to centre-half forward. Marnie with courage going back, eyes only for the ball. Takes the mark. He looks out to the centre wing. Got a player on out there. Klingham, I think that might be. He fires off a handball to a running teammate. And they go towards half-forward Mansfield, but it's wide. Will it stay in? It does. Kyabram keep the ball in. Oh dear, no free kicks, says the umpire. Running through, it's Rose with a quick kick towards full forward, getting back there, Lawton. Ball pitches, and he's buffeted off it again. And not having a good day down there, the big fella. Kyabram come away with it. Dangerous kick into the middle. Mark's there to provide some spoilage. That's a great tackle. No free kick. No handball, umpire. Yep. Great tackle, Jimmy Herridge. And Sam Sheldon there has coughed it up at centre half back for Kyabram. Herridge looks to go long, and then he lowers his eyes and hits the leading target, and it's JJ Curtin, number 8. He's marked the ball 40 metres out directly in front, and this is his debut game, up from the thirds. So good on the young fella. He's had a couple of touches already.
It's a fair run up too, isn't it?
Yes, he's gone well back inside the centre square. Love those orange boots. Very relaxed run up. In he comes now. Kick is away to the right.
Gracious.
And just carried the line, did it? Not sure whether it's a boundary throw in or it's out on the full. No, it's a boundary throw in. So Mansfield get a stoppage in the right forward pocket. Another chance to get on the board. Lawton in the ruck this time. Takes clean possession, dragged off the ball, and the ball's on the deck. Mansfield player tries to get out of there. And he's dragged off the ball in the kicking action there, and it's a free kick to Kyabram. Free kick against Rose. Kyabram have got players on up the middle. They go that way, and Sheldon marks. Sam Sheldon, centre half back. There goes the siren for half-time.
Okay, and the half-time score sees Mansfield trailing by 30 points. Kyabram 9-4, 58 to Mansfield 4-4, 28. Counting the beat there, and Radio Mansfield 99.7 FM. We're back with the football now to start the third quarter here at the Recreation Reserve, and the siren is just sounded. Mansfield trailing by 28 points. Kyabram 9-4, 58 to Mansfield 4-4, 28. David Octagon.
Thank you, Paul. Back in the middle of the ground, and Rose runs onto the ball after the ball up and kicks out wide to the wing. Mark taken by Bartlett for the Eagles. Press box side of the ground. The Eagles attacking to the Bonnie Doon end, leading up. Andy Brown marks in front of the super box here. The boys leading out the window. Got a good view of that passage of play.
Are they watching?
Brown goes in short to Herridge, who's marked. So he's backed all the way up to centre wing. And Lockie Christopher gives him a little lead, but he goes long. It's off the side of the boot. And JJ Curtin there trying to get a possession. The ball spills back outside, attacking 50. There's Kyabram player dived on the ball there, but no free kick. And Zach Norris will give the ball to the umpire, then get up and contest the ruck. He does against Brown. Brown taps it down, looking for Christopher. He spins out of a tackle, gets onto the right boot, high kick into the pocket. And Gardner there gets the ball on the deck for the Eagles. Christopher butters up again, couldn't get through. And a big pack of players around the ball. And in fact, that was Curtin at the bottom of the pack. Umpire balls it up, right forward pocket. Brown takes front position in the ruck, and he's going to get a free kick, I reckon. He was wrapped up, impeded going for the ball. So Andy Brown will have a shot at goal. Man on the mark.
He's having a hard time today, Andy. Everyone's throwing things at him and hitting him on the head.
So the man on the mark is
Pell,
and he's 40 metres out.
He looks a bit like Brownie.
He does.
Got the same haircut.
They're sporting the same haircut. He handballs it off to Marks, who runs around the outside, then kicks towards goal.
It's a goal.
Keith says it's a goal. The goal umpire says, Keith, you are. Oh, now they're having a meeting.
The goal.
All clear. It's a goal.
Well
Well called, Keith, in the pocket.
Good on you, Keith. Okay, Mansfield started off like they did in the second quarter with a great goal there. So Mansfield now 5-4, 34, 24 points behind the Bombers on 9-4, 58.
So that's out a bit here at the netball, guys.
Yes.
Kyabram 33 and Mansfield 26, and we've lost the 5.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was floating somewhere in the air.
Oh, the 5.
The 5's
gone as well. The silver 5.
Silver 5.
The UFO.
The blimp.
Yes. Back in the middle of the ground now. Free kick's been paid to Kyabram this time in the ruck contest. And Zach Norris, will drive the ball forward for Kyabram. He goes all the way inside 50. Mueller can't take the market. Spills to Clingham. His kick goes past a couple of players at half back. Gets towards the centre wing. And up onto the ball. Now it looks like Marnie. He's backed out of a tackle. Gets tackled again. The umpire says no disposal. Free kick to Kyabram.
Cheerio to Peter Scales too, the president of the Delphi Creek Club too. He's listening today.
Good on you, Pete.
So thanks, Pete. Good on you, mate.
Cheerio to Margie Marks too, because Patrick's kicked a couple of goals, and I think he's on some sort of incentive package there from his grandmother. So
really?
You might be up for $20, Margie.
Or a packet of Tim Tams or something.
Ball goes forward from Kyabram. Clingham there to defensively mop it up. He goes out wide, but Pell's dropped the mark he should have taken there. He goes inside attacking 50. Clingham overruns the ball. Marnie there met solidly as he went for the ball. Umpire says it's a draw. I'll ball it up. Kyabram attacking. They're inside attacking 50. Right half forward flank. And Andy Brown's gone down there to contest the ruck, working tirelessly today. He goes to Marks, who fires out a handball to Taz Clingham. Clingham goes on the left boot, but I think he's kicked it out into the crowd.
Into the can.
And they dropped it as well. But anyway, back over the fence it comes. And that might be Pell again out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
He handballs inside the play. And then a left foot kick goes well inside, attacking 50. Brown reads it best, gets across and taps it over the boundary line in the right forward pocket. So
not on purpose either.
No, not on purpose.
No,
he just didn't mark it.
No, that's right. He tried to take it one-handed and it bounced off his fingers.
Yeah, he couldn't.
Oh dear.
Sometimes you have these accidents, Paul.
You do. I know all about that. Happens when you
So boundary throw in. Brown directs the ball down, looking for marks. Kyabram opponent gets in there and interrupts the passage of play. Picking it up, number 44 is tackled Billy McClay. What's the umpire saying? I think he's going to ball it up again.
Yeah. Didn't have a chance to get rid of it.
And half-time up at the Gabba. The Cats have kicked away 49-32.
Go Cats.
And there's 8 points in the Carlton-St Kilda game. St Kilda's way at the moment.
Okay, go Blues, I reckon.
Mansfield just work it out of the pocket. Guy the Goat Murray backs out of a tackle, gives off a handball to Howes, and Jaden Howes running the wing now. Goes up looking for Lawton, but the kick misses the target, and it's been chopped off by Kyabram. They square the ball to Lockie Smith. Lockie Smith goes short again, and coming up taking the mark, number 23, Mattingly. He plays on immediately into the middle, number 17, Whitford. Runs towards goal, goes to the half-forward flank. Marnie applies to spoil. Onto the loose ball there was Josh Dillon. He was tackled. Mansfield away again. And I think that's Rose with the left foot kick around the wing, but Kyabram got the wall set up and they've marked it centre wing. Kick comes back into the ruckman. Zach Norris has taken it, defensive side of the centre. So they've slowed the ball movement up here again, the Eagles. They'll be happy with that. Now Norris goes short. Williams comes up. Good effort. Just interrupted the... Oh, lovely pick up there. Brad Whitford fires out a handball. Marnie chops it off. Or marks it was. Now Christopher's got it for the Eagles. He goes into the middle. 2 players there can raffle it. And the mark is taken by Tom Gardner, number 30. He goes short. German marks it, I think.
Yep.
Just inside the centre square. And the Eagles will be looking for a bit more speed on the ball. They've slowed it right down. German goes inside attacking 50. Lawton comes up, gets there now, gets the ball out in front of him, swings around onto his right boot, is tackled.
Scragged.
Gets a handball away, but the umpire says you took too long. And hits a free kick to Kyabram at centre-half back. So they square the ball again, Kyabram, as is their want, and it comes out here to Mueller. He comes down the line, mark taken by Coolstock. It's been a little quiet on his return, but a pretty good player. He looks in the middle. It's a lovely kick. And mark taken, play on. Mattingly. Look at that. That's not Sheldon. We know that now. Great kick inside to Mueller. In fact, number 5 this week is Tom Burnett. And he's had plenty of the ball too. So I'm not sure whether he's... Yeah, he's come up from the thirds. That's why he's got number 5 on.
Okay.
And Mueller has marked 40 metres out. Not much of an angle to speak of. He's kicking to the Mount Buller end. And heading towards the 50 now. He crosses it, left foot kick. He's swinging back nicely. Goal umpire doesn't have to move. And it's another goal there to the number 20, Kyle Mueller.
Kyle Mueller once again. Another goal. It's his 3rd now. So Mansfield now trailing by 30 points. Mansfield 5-4-34 trailing Kyabram Bombers 10-4-64. And that scoreboard to you by Henry III. And as Henry says, poo happens. It does.
Poo
really
happens.
It does.
It does. So if you need a pump out, you can give Tony DeMarcy a call.
He'll bring his truck round.
He will. He's got a couple. Brown taps it down that time, and Mansfield player taken high but blindsided then the umpire, and that was Reekers over the shoulder, but no free kick. Up it goes again. Brown wins it again. Shark by Kyabram, midfielder there in Coolstock, but going nowhere. So still in the middle of the ground. Umpire throws it up again. Brown takes clean possession this time, gets a quick kick towards half forward, and lovely one-handed mark. Well done, Tom Sheldon.
Jeez.
At centre-half back, very clever. Left foot kick goes wide. It's very wide. In fact, it's going to pitch just inside the boundary line and go out of bounds, right in front of the electronic scoreboard here. So Kyabram have moved the ball up to about 80 metres from goal. Boundary umpire comes in the 5 metres, and Lawton has come up to do the ruck work this time against Norris in the ruck. So they lock up, and it comes out Kyabram's defensive side of the pack, and number 16 there, Lockie Smith, just fumbles the ball over the boundary line under pressure there from Tommy Gardner and Jamie Reekers, and the ball goes out of bounds. Centre wing right in front of us at the broadcast position here, and Lawton doing the ruck duties. Looks like Brown snuck forward for the Eagles, providing a bit of tall timber, and there's a push out in the ruck, and it's going to go Lawton's way. They've done that a lot, the Kyabram ruckman today, just push the ruckman in front out of the way. Lawton's kick is off the side of the boot. It might work. Marks runs onto it, taps it for it taps it inside 50, but there's too many Kyabram bombers there, and they share the ball at half back. Finally they get him. Oh no, he's gone to ground there.
He's lucky not to.
And the German's there for Mansfield. He gets the errant handball, goes inside 50, but nice defensive mark there. I think that's Sheldon at half-back again. And Kyabram looked down the line there, goes that booming left foot kick towards the centre wing, carries the players going for the mark. It's on the deck. Taz Klingham's picked it up, dragged off the ball. Kyabram looked dangerous in this situation. Eagles battle on to fight a draw. So slightly defensive side of the centre wing, the Mansfield Eagles. What a beautiful left foot kick that fellow is there, Jack Sheldon. Effortless. It's like a golf swing.
Like you in your heyday, Octo.
No, not quite. But anyway, Mark gets a handball out to Marnie. Marnie gets a handball going the Eagles' way, but Kyabram are there to chop it off. Lockie Smith round the corner. Lawton flies. He didn't complete the mark. He's
a classic.
He's just having one of those days again. Klingham nearly got the Kyabram player there with the tackle, but they go forward. Kyabram through Brad Edwards. Ball's on the deck at 50. Here's Mueller going to work. He just goes around Howes on the left foot. He passes the ball off, and Marnie runs it over for a behind.
Rushed.
Okay. Mueller probably should have had a bit of a ping there.
He should have. She was heading that way, wasn't it?
Unselfish play resulted in a rush behind.
I think his colleague should have actually shepherded it more than anything, but anyway.
So Brett Marnie goes long to the members' side of the ground, centre wing, and it's a good mark by Luke Walsh on that occasion. He's got a player running past in Reekers. Reekers goes long. Up comes Mansfield through Foster, but he couldn't take the mark. The ball is on the deck. Kyabram, we've got plenty of numbers there. Sheldon goes backwards, and they've gone all the way back to defensive 50. Kick comes into the middle and is marked by Brad Edwards. That kick from Mattingly. Edwards looks to the wing. Members side of the ground. Pell with the bald head out there. Has marked it, glistening in the sunshine. Paul. Hope he's got some sunscreen on it.
I thought it was a wig.
And Mark taken on the centre wing. They're sharing the ball around the Kyabram side. They go down the line. This time Marnie there applies the spoil on Patrick Weird and gets the ball over the boundary line 70 metres from the Kyabram goal. Small crowd over at the Can Bar there, enjoying the sunshine. Of course, the final home game for the season. No finals action this year for the Eagles, unfortunately. And the ball's pinging around after the ruck contest. Looks like Christopher fires out a handball, but they're in numbers. Kyabram running through, and a quick ping on goal from Brad Edwards is away to the right for a point.
Indeed it is.
On the Henry III scoreboard.
Indeed, 10-6-66 is true. 10-6s are 66.
10-6-66. What a classic.
And 5-4-34.
Keith.
Yes.
Yes, Keith.
Mansfield 30 and Kyabram 39.
Okay.
99 points, but still.
Marnie with a long kick out goes to centre wing, but Kyabram get there. Howes gets up, applies a tackle. Lawton finally gets a good-looking kick away inside attacking 50. Up comes Brown, but the ball runs out the back of the pack. This looks like young Foster, is it? Running onto the loose ball. He's had a shot towards goal, but it's going to be mocked up there. And it's just a rush behind. Well done by the Kyabram defence. Getting back there. They bring it in short to Lockie Smith. He's got players running for him on the centre wing. Looks that way now. Klingham might get there for the Eagles. A lovely little fly and mark there. Good grab. goes around onto his left foot. Now he goes short to Walsh, who marks right in front of the press box here. Luke Walsh, centre wing. Looks inside, attacking 50. Nothing doing, so he goes back to Clingham. So they're slowly conceding ground. Clingham looked to Marnie, but he was covered. So he goes back inside, back to the press box side of the ground. And a good spoil there applied by number 12 from Kyabram, Aaron Hayes. And gets the ball out of Bartlett's hands and over for a boundary throw-in. Young lady doing the boundary duties here. Great to see the girls involved in the umpiring. In it goes. Lawton gets the tap out. Goes forward looking for marks. A Kyabram player kicks it out of mid-air. And, of course, it goes straight to one of his teammates. And they go forward through Josh Dillon. They've got it to the centre half forward. Player running past number 15, Sam Sheldon. Kick inside to Mueller, who's marked again. This time 35 metres out.
He's kicked 1 goal this quarter.
And he's a very elusive player and a small forward who certainly knows how to lead and mark the ball. And you'd imagine that he'll have no problems from here, based on what we've seen so far today. In he comes now. Left foot kick is on the way. Umpire just looks
over his head.
Straight over his head and says that's another goal to the number 20, Kyle Mueller. That's 4, I think.
Yes, 4 for Kyle Mueller, and the 11th for Kyabram. Kyabram now 11-6-72, Mansfield 5-5-35, and that score is brought to you by Henry III, and he's your local liquid waste specialist, and he's servicing Mansfield and surrounding areas, including Bonnie Doon.
Yes.
Yes.
Merry jig.
Yep, in fact, he's got this great big truck that I saw heading toward Bonnie Doon the other day, actually.
He'll go all over the district. He goes down to Merton, Euroa, everywhere. So
he just loves getting it, doesn't he? Yep, just gets it.
He gets it and pumps it, dumps it.
You pump it, he'll dump it.
There we go. Look at that great play from Kyabram out of the centre square. They get it out wide to the running player, number 21. Kick goes forward again. That looked like a free kick. That was Cooper Vick with the entry inside 50. And it'll be a free kick to Kyabram there. And I reckon it's Patrick Weirden at right half forward, 50 metres out from goal. He's gone back off the mark like he gives himself a pretty good shake at this. Getting a bit of advice from the boys over the fence. Another left footer. They've got left footers galore. And it's a good strike and across the face and just through for a behind.
To Weirden.
Klingham's got the ball, hoping to get a quick play happening, but nothing doing, so he plays on himself from fullback. Now he goes long. But well done, Tyler Chisholm getting in there, providing a contest. The ball on the deck, and Pell there with plenty of players to beat. Surely that's got to be a free kick, umpire. It is. And a free kick against Zach Norris for not disposing of the ball.
In about 3 minutes.
Yeah. Looks like Tyler Chisholm is taking the free kick. Player is down on the ground. Not sure who that is. We'll keep an eye on that. Chisholm goes long. Lockie Christopher down, and the ball goes over the boundary line. Centre wing. Lockie Christopher back up on his feet. And he's getting assisted off the ground by Chris Jacobs. And I think that's Joe Bailey over there helping out with the training duties today. Well done to Joe. And Norris takes the ball out of the ruck. Goes the big torpedo inside, attacking 50. The ball will pitch and head for the boundary line in front of Luke Walsh. And over 25 metres around from the right point post. Kyabram are kicking to the Mount Buller end here. And umpire just issuing a few directions here. Not sure what all this is about, but boundary umpire is ready to go, so we'll be underway very shortly. And Lawton in the ruck for Mansfield. Neither ruckman touched the ball. The ball spills to Marnie. He gets a quick kick forward. Chisholm again good in the air there, getting a contest, getting the ball to ground. Kyabram flicked the ball out, and they force it forward. Walsh fires out a handball. Eventually it comes to Taz Clingan, and he's away. One bounce inside defensive 50. Goes to
German.
German going to play running out wide. Kick goes down the line, but straight to Kyabram. And they've got it at centre wing. Square the ball into the middle of the ground. And Aaron Hayes marks. Just slightly defensive side of the centre circles. He looks back to the members' side of the ground. And a player out there, Pell, takes a mark. Unopposed. Handballs over the top to a running player. Kick goes all the way forward into the goal square. And getting back there, it's been touched. And trickles over the boundary line for a behind.
Another one. So
And looks like Brett Marnie will be kicking the ball back in. He goes short into the pocket. And Patrick Marks has taken the ball at left back pocket. He looks towards centre wing, playing pretty safe football this quarter, the Eagles. They really need to be moving the ball with a bit of dare if they're going to get back into the game. They've slowed Kyabram down. The physiotherapist has run back onto the ground again, and he's just checking on Jamie Reekers, or Taz Clingham, is it? And he's off the ground again, so we'll just let play go on here. And it was Taz Clingham he was after. Mansfield get quick kick out of there. Herridge is in front. Butters up on the ground, gives off a handball. And the Eagles go forward through German towards half forward. A lot of pushing and shoving there. The ball hits the deck. Kyabram defenders get back nicely. And they've got plenty of numbers there. They work it out wide towards the boundary line. And now they go back inside their own 50. Mark taken. So just controlling the ball, Kyabram. Not winding down the clock or anything, but just playing safe footy. Clingham gets up, spoils the ball. The ball is on the deck. Bartlett pushed out of it. Clingham goes again. Bartlett again for the Eagles. Look at that effort there from Marnie. Just picked it up cleanly. Goes back to Lawton, who's taken a mark at centre half back. He goes up the middle to German. Kick's got too much carry on it. It's gone over the top of the pack. Guy Murray dodging and weaving. Gives off a handball. No, handball, says the umpire. Free kick to Kyabram. And Brad Edwards will be the recipient. He looks into the middle short. Mark taken. Hayes, long and strong towards Mueller. He's out in front of Howes. Howes gives him one over the ear. And a little bit of an ear massage there. So free kick to the number 20, Kyle Mueller, who's going to be kicking at goal number 59. And this will take him level with Kane Pettifer.
He's got 4 already. So
yeah, so he started the day on 54. So he could be... equal goal kicker, Kane Pettifer, who's not playing today.
Oh, is there a chance he'll kick more than...
Well, that's right. He could be further in front. Kyle Mueller coming in. 30 metres out. Lovely left foot kick.
Yep.
Straight through the middle. And that's 5 goals to Kyle Mueller from the Kyabram Bombers.
That sees Kyabram now 12-880 to Mansfield 5-5-35. Score brought to you by Henry III. The Wizard of Ooze.
The Wizard of Ooze, where a flush beats a full house.
It does.
And in the AFL three-quarter time and at the Marvel Stadium, it's Carlton 52, St Kilda 56. And the Cats have done a good job up there against Brisbane. 4 minutes into the third quarter, it's Geelong 50 and the Lions 32.
Okay. Has Carlton caught up yet?
They're only 4 points behind.
Oh, okay.
So
go Blues.
There's still a chance. Out of the centre clearance, it looks like Kyabram will get away with the possession, but a player slips over, goes back to the big ruckman, Norris. Norris has got a player on in the middle. They're running nicely. Kyabram play, come out wide to this side of the ground. And Mueller, it is, takes the mark. Defensive side of the centre. He goes long. Players shielding their eyes from the sun, and only one player went for it there. Tom Burnett. Oh, no, it's not. It's number 55.
Patrick Weirden.
Patrick Weirden. Oh, the umpire said it was touched off the boot or something. He says no mark.
Oh, what?
So we're going to get a ball up. 55 metres out from the Kyabram goal. Brown dragged off it again. The big ruckman there, number 11, Zach Morris, gets the ball inside, attacking 50. Mueller goes to work on Howes. This time Howes wraps him up nicely. And he earned himself a free kick this time.
Brownie looked like Peter Garrett then when he was doing that little dance.
He did. He did. My beds are burning.
His head's over him.
Kick comes across to Rose from Howes. Rose chips it over the top looking for Rikas or Marnie. Had to go back, eyes only for the ball. Sam Sheldon cuts it off and is marked at 60 metres. He goes short. Here comes Mueller again. He gets a push in the back this time. So he'll be lining up for goal number 6.
He's got to stop him somehow, haven't we? Push him in the back.
And
over the head.
Almost the identical spot for him as his last shot on goal.
Yep.
So we've got a perfect view of it here from the broadcast position. He's in left half forward.
Goal number 60, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be goal number 60 for the season if he can snag it. And he's walked back outside the 50-metre arc. Starts his approach now. Here goes the siren for three-quarter time, and there goes the kick from Mueller. And as you said, Paul, straight through the middle. So 6 goals to Kyle Mueller and Kyabram kick away.
They do indeed. So three-quarter time sees Kyabram 13-8-86 leading Mansfield 5-5-35. And Dave Octagon, we just wondering who might be injured. We saw the ambos arriving.
Yes, unfortunately there's an ambulance parked at the front there. The stretcher appears to have gone into the room, so we'll try.
Was it Lockie, perhaps?
Yeah, perhaps we'll try and get some information on that as the quarter progresses. Back in the middle of the ground, the umpire has bowled it up. In fact, yeah.
Who's Lockie on the field, I wonder?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Kyabram get the centre clearance. Just looking at where that stretcher's stopped, there might be a member of the crowd even needing attention there. But anyway, the ball has slightly gone out of the middle towards Kyabram's attacking 50, and a lovely kick up.
You know who?
Sam Sheldon, and you know who has got it.
You know who?
You know who? Mueller. You know who?
Cade's brother.
And shot on goal coming up here for Kyle Mueller. And the man on the mark is 30 metres out directly in front. So, again, this young fella is playing a great game of footy. That's an amazing kick. He's kicked an absolute floater there, and it's
a point.
Just sort of wobbled over the line for a point. So, his worst effort of the day. Marnie comes in from fullback, and he's kicked a bit of a floater too. Got a fair bit on it. And Patrick Marks has given away a free kick about 65 out from goal. And it's going away of Aaron Hayes. He's got a player on in the middle. Mark taken there by Mattingly. Mattingly squares the ball now to a centre half forward. They go Kyabram. And the ball's spilling around on the ground there. Picking it up, Chisholm gets flung out of it. And nice move there by Kyabram on the outside of the contest. The ball finishes with number 15 there. And that's Sam Sheldon. But he's across the face and through for a behind.
Okay. It's actually Shelton, that one. Sam Shelton. And then there's the other two Sheldons. So it's most confusing.
Oh, it is. So Patrick Weirden there was very good on the outside of that contest. The Eagles bring the ball back in. They've got it all the way to the centre wing on the members' side of the ground. Umpire says ball it in. Mansfield player appealing for a free kick. Nothing doing. And that stretches right near the coaching box there, but I can't actually see whether it's a player or a spectator in a bit of strife over there. Certainly we haven't seen Lockie Christopher back on the field yet. So boundary throw in, centre wing, member side of the ground, Brown. Ball goes out the back of the contest. Picking it up there, Marks, he's tackled. And 360, but a play on. And the Eagles go inside attacking 50. Lawton with 3 players to beat back there. And they force the ball out of bounds in the right forward pocket. Lockie Smith involved with the spoil. I'm just looking down at the interchange bench. And there appears to be 2 players on the bench.
Yeah, I think one of them is Lockie actually on the right-hand side.
Yeah. There should be 3 of them if they're all up and going. Boundary throw in, ball's on the deck, and a little quick kick comes out of there. Chisholm tries to run onto the loose ball. He's dragged down there by a Kyabram player. Play on, says the umpire, and Kyabram work it out to number 55, Weirden. He comes down the line, but his kick's got a little bit too much carry on it, and Lockie Williams escorts it over there up against Sam Sheldon. And boundary umpire will bring it in. Attacking side of centre wing for the Eagles as they attack to the Buller end of the ground. Nice effort from the boundary umpire. Nice effort from Andy Brown. Gets the ball down. Kyabram player was tackled without the ball. And it is Patrick Weirden having a purple patch here. Weirden, the ball just following him around. He comes down the line to the centre wing. And Tommy Gardner playing in front, grabbed before the ball got there and has taken the mark. Kyabram player's got cramp on the mark, so he should just play on. He does now. And he's turned it over in the middle, unfortunately. Good chase from Rose. And umpire says advantage is paid now. Kyabram go forward again, and guess who? Mueller has marked in the left forward pocket, 25 metres out from goal. So he'll be disappointed in his last effort, his last shot at goal. So hopefully he can slot this one through. He needs some binoculars. The stretcher is leaving the area. But again, I'm not able to bring you too much information, unfortunately, on who that is.
Someone with a hat on.
Yeah. Perhaps...
might have been one of the audience.
Yeah. Ball's inside the centre square, inside the goal square for Kyabram, and it's trickled over the boundary line for a throw-in, right forward pocket.
Okay, and we're at the 5-minute mark now of the last quarter. And we see Mansfield trading by 53 points, 5-5-35 to Kyabram, 13-10-88.
Nice throw-in. Kyabram Ruckman taps the ball, taps the ball down, but Marnie gets it and is gang tackled there directly in front of goal. Good work there from Brad Mangan. I'm sure he made him earn it. And we'll get a ball up 30 metres out from the Kyabram goal. Brown goes in, taps it down again, looking for his players at the back of the contest. And the ball's bubbling around there. Eventually, they get a little kick out of there to Herridge. Herridge goes back to Clingham. Clingham's got a player attacking him. He comes out to Lawton, and Lawton almost marked it on his chest, but the ball goes over the boundary line right in front of the super box. And we'll get a boundary throw in here. Early going in the last quarter. Been a reasonable effort by the Eagles. Just a bit of the run has gone out of the game, unfortunately, for them. And Andy Brown has been fantastic in the ruck. He's outpointed on that occasion, but Marnie's there to get the defensive takeaway. He goes out to Howes, who's run off his opponent. Mueller let him go. Howes goes long, looking for Rose. And he's got an opponent with him and the boundary line to contend with, and it trickles over the boundary line right in front of the interchange players there. So a boundary throw in members' side of the ground.
We don't need that one.
And in it comes. Nice work by the Kyabram ruckman there, and Zach Norris gets the ball to the wing.
Pell.
Your mate Pell, he's a pretty good player.
He's not bad, is he?
Fires out the handball, it's chopped off on this occasion. Back onto it, German for the Eagles. A couple of little dance steps out there by Marnie, and he's got great vision inside to Tyler Chisholm, who's marked inside the centre square. He goes for the bullet pass up the middle, and Kyabram player gets there, gets dispossessed. And here we go, Jimmy Herridge onto the loose ball, runs towards goal, has a flying shot on the right boot, and missed to the left. Bad luck, Whippet.
Whippet.
Just to behind on the Henry III scoreboard.
Okay, Mansfield now 5-6-36, trailing Kyabram 13-10-88.
So there'll be a bit of a delay here because the ball was kicked well out of the arena. And in fact, it's it's come back over the fence now, and one of the spectators has gone over and pulled it off the road, brought it back, tossed it in. So number 28 will be doing the kick-in duties, Tom Sheldon. And watch this left foot kick go. What a beautiful kick it is again. Yeah. Reekers for the Eagles, flies from behind, takes the mark, 75 from goal. Members side of the ground, he indicates he's going to go long. He puts it up high. Lawton is there, host of players against him, and they smash it over the boundary line, the defenders, in front of Patrick Marks. So ball in 25 metres around from the goal face, right forward pocket. Mansfield attacking to the Bonnie Doon end of the ground. Boundary umpire swinging the arms, propels the ball back into play now. And Norris in the ruck gets the ball on the deck for Kyabram. They get out of the back of the contest with a little quick kick.
Good mark.
But mark taken by Reekers. Again for the Eagles. About 80 from goal this time. He goes into the pocket looking for Howes. He flies, can't complete the mark, and the ball is spoiled over the boundary line for a throw-in. 30 metres around from goal. St Kilda 3 points up at the 14-minute mark of the final quarter.
Ooh, come on.
It's an absolute cliffhanger down there at the Marvel Stadium. Boundary throw-in. Howes in the ruck this time. Gets rid of his opponent, but couldn't get the ball. Kick out of the pack, goes into the goal square, but Sheldon again marks. He comes on, plays on immediately. Aaron Hayes got players in support. He goes back inside. Now back to Hayes, a bit of a fumble. Back inside again. And they're trying to get out of there with handball, Kyabram. Pell involved. The ball's on the deck. Hayes again. Sells a bit of candy. There he goes. Nice little handball. Running past Sheldon. And here we go. Nice kick inside, attacking 50. Number 12, but Brown's there for Mansfield. The ball goes through the back of the pack. Andy Brown will pick it up and goes back to support, looking for Lockie Williams. And he's brought to ground just near the boundary line, 40 metres from the Kyabram goal. And another stoppage. Josh Bell's had a good game, number 26. Ball out of the back of the pack. And Marnie just swoops on it. He hasn't got any options here on this side.
He's had a good game too today.
Yeah, he's played well at half-back. He goes looking for Marks, who flies at half-back. Good mark. And will he square the ball? Almost smothered off the boot, and he goes into the middle of the ground. It's all Kyabram here, though. And number 16, Lockie Smith has got it. He goes into half forward. You know who's out there by himself. He runs onto the loose ball, gets around his opponent, fires off a handball. It's on the deck. And Mansfield need to fight a draw here. I think they have. And get a ball up 30 metres from the Kyabram goal. So the sting appears to have gone out of the game a little here.
Yes.
Not much scoring in the final quarter.
3 points to be precise.
And Kyabram get out of the back of the contest again. Seems to be their favourite option. They go all the way to centre half forward. High kick goes in towards the goal square. There's plenty of players there for Mansfield, and marking on his chest, Luke Walsh. He shorts the ball. They go to German up the middle at centre half back. He just walks through a couple of would-be opponents, then goes with the spiral. Howes runs under the ball, gets back, can't get involved in the contest. Kyabram feed the ball backwards again. And Lockie Smith, cool as a cucumber, goes out wide. Aaron Hayes marks. Centre wing, member side of the ground. Little short kick. So just prepared to play a bit of keep things off here, Kyabram. And they've chipped it around again. 3 possessions and not taken any metres at all. Long kick is attempted there, but smothered by the man on the mark. And the Eagles have got the ball. Handball over the top. Goes to Jimmy Herridge. He's off and running. His kick goes almost to the 50-metre mark, but no mark taken there. Kyabram player just jumps on the ball. Lucky not to be penalised there, but umpire gives him the benefit of the doubt. Says it's all good. And he tosses the ball off point of the centre square. Ball comes down to German. He's tackled immediately. And we'll get another ball up. 17 minutes into the final quarter. St Kilda by 3 points. Howes taps it down. Again, Kyabram get the clearance. This time they get it towards centre half forward. Luke Walsh running hard, gets the ball, goes to Marnie. Marnie comes out wide to the centre wing looking for Gardner. The bounce evades him there, and Kyabram are there again in numbers. They flick the ball back. Well done, Chisholm. Well done, Gardner, buttering up again. And handball finally gets out of there. And number 14, Josh Dillon.
They're a class act, mate.
They are. They're very good. And this time they go inside attacking 50, but plenty of pressure around the ball carrier. Marnie battles hard against 3 or 4 players there. Gets tackled, dragged to the ground. No disposal on that occasion. Play on the Kyabram Bombers. There's Pell with a kick inside attacking 50. Lockie Williams caught out of position, and the big fella there takes the mark. I reckon that's probably going to be Brad Edwards, is it? No, maybe not.
Who's the other ruckman?
No, we'll find out. Hopefully he'll turn around and give us a look at the back
45.
of his number 45, Brad Mengen.
Brad Mengen, there we go.
Big bad Brad. And the man on the mark is 20 metres out, directly in front. And you wouldn't imagine a player of his experience should have too many problems here. Kick is on the way. The umpire doesn't move at all. And so that is a goal to Kyabram.
Indeed. And Kyabram now 14-10-94, lead Mansfield 5-6-36. And the score is brought to you, as always, has been for the last crumbs. How many years?
Oh, I don't know.
It's got to be 8.
It's been a while.
8 years, yep. By Henry III.
And you can get Henry on the phone.
Yep.
If you're in strife, you need
0418.
Yep, you need something pumped out. Give him a buzz.
515-596.
515-596. Tony Damasi.
Yes.
Ball back in the middle of the ground here. Umpire tosses it aloft. Brown outpoints his opponent on that occasion, but no clearance there from the Eagles. They've been bashed around a bit in the middle this time. Ball comes over the back on the wing. Number 23 runs onto it. A lovely little dinky kick inside 50 from Mattingly. They go all the way to full forward, but Lockie Williams is there for Mansfield. He gets a handball out, looking for Walsh. Running onto the loose ball is Howes, I suspect.
Yep.
And he goes towards the centre wing, but Kyabram forced the ball over the boundary line for a throw-in. And the clock winding down here in the last quarter, and the Blues have hit the lead.
Oh.
71-68. Absolute cliffhanger. Brown gets pushed out of the contest that time. Well, not that time. He's been pushed out a lot. But
all day.
The umpire saw that one and says it's a free kick to the big ruckman. So Andy Brown at half-back. Coach of the side. It's his first year. He's been a great player for them. He gives it out to Rikas running past. Rikas goes high towards half-forward. Howes there, takes front position, but he's outpointed on that occasion by Lockie Smith, who's played a terrific game back there for Kyabram. He goes short, and now they just a bit of kicking practice, kick to kick. Smith has got it, but he's retreated inside 50. He goes short to Pell. Pell's marked where Smith took his kick 3 possessions ago. He goes short, and Dylan marks at centre half back for Kyabram. He'll go short again. Smith on 50. And they're just mucking around here, taking time off the clock. Goes towards centre wing. Mark taken. And the umpire says play on, you're off your line. Handball goes forward. Kyabram running through centre wing on the members' side, evading a tackle. Kick comes into the middle. And young JJ Curtin's got 3 to beat, gets the ball on the deck looking for Guy Murray. Couldn't get out of there, and the big ruckman gets involved, Norris, and then they flick the ball around Kyabram again. Inside 50 they go. And the ball is on the deck. Little kick off the ground, gets it towards centre half forward. There's no disposal there, umpire, and he saw it. Pays a free kick to Mansfield. And getting up a bit ginger there is Jaden Howes. But there's a free kick. And I think there's been a bit of a skirmish in the middle of the ground here. And I'm not sure what's going on. I reckon someone will likely be sent off here. Umpires are right on the spot. The crowd certainly knew what was going on. I'm not sure whether there's going to be a reversal of the free kick or what the story is. Players seem to be wandering towards the Kyabram forward line, so I'd say it's a free kick off the ball.
And you know who's got it.
Against Mansfield, and now you know who will be shooting for goal number 7. So Kyle Mueller, after the reversal, has a shot 30 metres out, 45-degree angle, left half forward, left foot kick on the way. That looks more like it.
No.
It's
gone left.
Oh, a behind.
Oh dear.
So must have been a little off-the-ball love tap there. The boys in the box here next door know what's going on. I'd have got no idea. That's the trouble when you're watching where the ball is. You miss all this stuff.
What? Maybe having a bit of a Barney next door.
Looks like it might be Bartlett with the kicking in duties for the Eagles. He runs straight out of the centre square, then goes long. No, it wasn't Bartlett because he's here trying to get the mark. Ball on the deck. And Kyabram run forward this time. Number 44 with a lovely little kick inside 50, but it's missed the target. Marnie runs onto it. Now he goes with the spiral. It's a bit of a wobbly one off the side of the boot. Rose is there for Mansfield. 2 players to beat. They force it towards the boundary line, Kyabram. They go back to Smith. His handball to a player under pressure, but the ball bounces back to him beautifully. And he goes into the middle looking for Pell. Well done, Foster. Created a spoil, but the ball bounced back to Kyabram. They're off and running again. And Mansfield have got the ball here. Little handball out. Comes to Marks. Marks pumps it inside 50 from a long way out, and it trickles through for a behind. Could have been goal of the day, that one.
Yeah.
Carlton have kicked another goal, and they're out by 9 points at the 24-minute mark.
Paddy's actually kicked 2 goals today.
He has.
Yeah.
Lovely kick in, marked on the chest there by Mattingly. He's had a great game. Pell, he's just racked the possessions up all day. He goes short. Mark taken by Mattingly. He just ran on to provide the option. He comes out here to number 55. He's been a good player as well, Patrick Weird, and they've had a lot of good players. Great chase there by JJ Curtin. Gets the ball over the boundary line for a throw in. The young fella did a good job there on Josh Dillon, and he has shown a few glimpses of good form. The young fella on debut. And Brown there goes over the back of the contest. Klingham runs onto it. He's gone with the accidental torpedo. Dan Allen running onto the ball. Won't sit for him. Rose has got it. He does the big U-turn, goes back to Gardner. Gardner misses the target with the handball, but Marnie it is there, goes the fend off. He's going to get pinged for incorrect disposal, and it's a free kick to Kyabram. And the Kyabram players into him a little bit there, but they've got the ball now, and they go short down the line. Got a free player there. Just attacking side of centre wing. Looks inside the 50. Brown's gone back there. Kicked it on his head. And a massive fly by you-know-who.
Oh, dear. Yeah.
Over the top of the pack. He came from 5 deep and got the ride.
Yeah, I was wondering if he could had a bit of a leap on him.
Took the mark on his chest, a bit like Sard. Sard used to do that sort of stuff.
Sard, correct.
That's right. And
used to make everyone Sard when he did it.
Kyle Mueller.
Yeah.
So he's having another go at kicking goal number 7. He's struggling to get it through the big sticks in the second half. But anyway, the kick is on the way this time, and he's missed again, I think.
A bit to the right. Oh, yeah.
The boys next door are happy with his efforts too.
Yeah.
And, he's put on a spectacular display of forward craft for us here. Kick in from full back. And Lockie Williams marks unopposed, 50 metres from his defensive goal. Now he looks to play on. Got running support out wide. Be Reekers, I imagine. He goes towards centre wing. Lawton, 3 to beat again.
See, on his day, Lawton is quite a bit of a goal sneak as well. He's terrific.
Yeah.
On his day, fantastic.
Yeah.
But he gets hammered every time.
Yeah.
He gets 3 people on him all the time. It's just quite unfair.
Kyabram have got the ball centre wing. Slow play football now. And now they're going back to half back. And Aaron Hayes. He goes into the middle of the ground. Josh Dillon marks the ball. He's got a player on out wide here. And running onto the loose ball here, number 28.
Could have actually walked onto it.
Sheldon, yeah, could have. Handball over the top. And a good solid play there, number 23. Walks through the tackle and fires out a handball to Weirden. He goes back into the middle. Josh Dillon. They're getting a lot of stats. And it's almost like they're not interested in kicking a goal. Now they go forward. Mansfield player flies from behind, gets the ball on the deck. Buttering up there. Oh, gee, that hurt a little bit too. Kyabram back onto the ball. They go backwards again. Now the kick goes inside, attacking 50. And look at that, just a solid, strong mark taken.
It's a big fella again.
And Mangan again.
Mangan, yeah.
Yeah. The big fellas don't get any smaller as the day goes on. He just stood there, out, bustled his opponent, and he's going to have a shot on goal after the siren from about 30 metres out with not much angle to speak of. So
They Kyabram supporters next door.
I'm not sure. I think the races are on, or either that or Carlton have just won. So the kick on goal from Mangan. The goal umpire says, what does he say? On the Henry III scoreboard, he says 1 behind.
Okay.
So that brings round 17 action to a close with a comprehensive victory to the Kyabram Bombers, Paul, and the final.